Yo. Is it working? That's public. Yeah. Okay, that one's good. Nice. All right. I'm gonna work on some stuff today. No surprise. So this is gonna be a highlight video of this one that I just posted on the Photography Bonsai YouTube channel. Then after that, I have to make a website article, and then also just go to whatever's next. Which I had some things that I was editing. There's a few things too that are being sent, but who knows when those will show up, or rather, if or when. You never know. All right. So I used some AI stuff to help me potentially highlight this video and made these clips. What I do, I give it caption data and the actual video. It makes the clips based on my requests off of the main video, and then I just repasted the main video in here in case I want to use some of it. So I'm going to look through this and see if it's decent, which it's not going to be amazing, but it might be functional. Company Start RC sent me
equipment to try out and make a video on. They had no say in the content of the video, but I did receive this at no cost. Let's start off with these quick release action camera mounts. So I'd say they're definitely strong in the sense that they won't release accidentally. You'd have to put a lot of force on the buttons at the same time to release it, to open the memory card battery door. And with these, it's much easier because you don't have that protruding screw locking things together.
Yeah, that doesn't make a ton of sense. Sometimes it does make it difficult to open. Admittedly, it's a very large video, so pulling out something useful from it is
sometimes it
difficult.
does make it difficult
to open the memory card battery door, and with these it's much easier because you don't have that protruding screw locking things together. Next up is the clamp mount. This is a pretty standard setup, is that the ball heads inside there have knurling on them, so they should be very, very affixed once they're clamped down. The clamp materials are all metals of some sort, so it feels high quality. Next up is this bag. They call it the universal. Probably one of the more interesting things about this bag is the quick release. It took me a second to figure out how it works, but you've got this string you pull on the top, and it easily breaks away from the other piece of that clamp. It is magnetic, so it's very easy to reclamp, and it is kind of designed so that it won't break away horizontally. Overall, I really like this bag. It's a nice size, and it's functional. The build materials feel good.
Yeah, it's still over a minute, so it's pretty bad. What to do?
I had no say in the content of the video, but I did receive this at no. And make a video on. They had no say in the content of the video, but I did. Company Start RC sent me equipment to try out and make a video on.
Just delete all of this.
Let's start off with these quick release action camera mounts. Quick release.
And be very intentional. Whoops.
So I'd say they're definitely strong in the sense that they won't release. Strong in the sense that they won't release accidentally. You'd have to put a lot of force on the buttons at the same.
I don't like that clip.
Have metal pieces with rubber, and then there are actual pins. The buttons are metal on the inside. The two fins have the buttons are
Metal on the inside, the two fins have metal pieces with rubber, and then there are actual pins in there that lock into the GoPro. And those
That looks good. Whoops. I don't need any of this. I think I don't know what Instagram's limit is, but I might have to go over a minute for this one. Problem is, if I go over a minute, then Instagram and TikTok, I can't use music on those ones. Or I can use music, but it's limited to a minute. So, not ideal.
action camera mounts.
the buttons are metal on the inside, the two fins have metal pieces with rubber, and then there are actual pins in there that lock into the GoPro.
Sometimes it does make it difficult to
Open the memory card battery door, and with these it's much easier because you don't have that protruding screw locking things together.
Whoops.
battery door, memory card, sometimes it does make it difficult to open the memory card battery door, and with the
Yeah, the context isn't there.
next up is the clamp mount. This is a pretty standard setup. Is that the
What do?
is that the ball heads inside there have knurling.
The ball heads, man. I could also trim this down, which I probably should do. I don't really want to make multiple videos, but the logical thing probably would be to have one for each thing. But maybe the curiosity will work when people look at the full video. What is that? And also with the main video, I really have no idea how to market the title of it. Here's a bunch of stuff. So the CTR on it does not look good already. There we go. I don't think I'm going to bother posting this one on Amazon itself, because it's just not going to have a ton of information. But like I said, if I made like a highlight for each product, then it would have, or it would make more sense. But I just want to move on to the next thing, honestly. The clamp materials are all metals of some sort, so it feels high quality. Next, Bruh. Some sort, so it feels high quality. Next up is this bag. The universal, probably one of the more okay, it's under a minute. Interesting. I keep doing that. I can't really clip that tiny little thing. However, see if I can find a little bit extra for this one. But it's all metal, so you could easily use a tool to loosen that if you needed to. Overall, very nice. If you tighten that, the clamp materials are all metal. Videography uses, photography, attaching to tables, attaching to bars, pretty much anything you want. You know, great for videography. Great for this. Great for videography uses, photography, attaching to tables, attaching to bars. Bars and metal bar. Let's see how much this increases the size of it. Yeah, that was good. So now I need B-roll. This one. There's the table one. This one. And trim this little piece here. Action packed. There we go. Probably good. Next up is this bag. They call it the universal. I don't think I need the name of it.
Next up is this bag. They call it the Universal Probably one of the more interesting.
Universal Crew.
It took me a second to figure out how it works, but you've got this string. This bag is the quick release. Things about this bag is the quick release.
It's a very clicky click noise. It's interesting, but I can't fit it into the video, so I have to look at the full video.
Next up is this bag.
Probably one of the more interesting things about this bag is the quick release.
Curly.
Go like this.
Things about this bag is the quick release. It took me a second to figure
Out how it works, but you've got this string you pull on the top, and it easily breaks away from the other piece of that clamp. It is magnetic, so it's very easy to reclamp.
Maybe I could fit this in here. Whoops. Let me see if I show.
magnetic, so it's very easy to reclamp.
It's kind of a bad frame there, but hey.
So that it won't break away horizontally. Overall, I really like this bag. It's a nice size and it's functional. The build materials feel good. And it is kind of designed so that it won't.
Yeah, I'm blocking it with my hand.
It is magnetic, so it's very easy to reclamp.
Well, that's decent-ish. We've still got time, too. Amazing. With the mention of all of the interior.
With the padding out of there, it's easier to fit stuff, but on the padded section, it's got little slots that you could probably put micro SD cards in. And in the main compartment, there's a lot going on. In the back, we've got a slot that you could put something relatively thin. Then there's another area with 2 pouches, and then we've got a padded section that can be removed. On the padded section, it's got little.
It's maybe.
In the main compartment, there's a lot going on. You could probably put micro SD cards in, and then you've got your main area With the padding out of there, it's easier to fit stuff, but you can still fit a GoPro or whatever with the padding still inside. Then you have a zippered mesh area. There is...
Geez, I don't know how to... turn that part into a small little thing.
There is also a little
clamp that's attached to the bag itself for keys or whatever. If you want an idea of scale of this bag, I have a CD. You can see the comparison of size. Probably one of the more interesting things.
Tried to put a Nikon Z5 in here and it does technically fit. Maybe with a thinner lens it would work better, but I'd say probably not ideal for larger mirrorless cameras. I did try this out with a few small cameras as well as a Polaroid Go film camera. Tried to put a Nikon film camera.
I think this is good. I still have space. Where did I get all this space?
Clamp. I did try this out with a few small cameras. With a few small cameras as well as a Polaroid Go.
See if I can find those. Oh, that's a good. The spin.
And it is kind of designed so that it won't break away horizontally. Overall, I really
Get rid of that. Still so much space. What the heck? Can clip this too. Maybe that's a good exercise in highly efficient videos. Like making a video but then clipping it to this degree and seeing what you get out of it. But I mean, that would take a long time.
company Start RC sent me equipment to try out.
Could always put more for these ones.
With the padding out of there, it's easier to fit stuff, but you can still fit a GoPro or whatever.
Maybe this is a good GoPro or whatever. Man.
film camera. With the padding out of there, it's easier to fit.
I don't need to show my face in that one. Delete. All right.
Overall, I really like this bag.
I think maybe I'll just end it there. There's still so much space.
Feel good. Again, keep in mind that Start RC sent me. Overall, I really like this bag. It's a nice size.
And it's functional. The build materials feel good. Again, keep in mind that Start RC sent me this equipment to try out at no cost based on my collaboration terms, which restricts them from having any input.
Yeah.
It would work better, but I'd say probably not ideal for larger mirrorless cameras. This clamp mount, it's got a standard connection point.
I'll put the vlogging thing in there. Vlogging.
Is doing vlogging. You attach another potential use case for this is doing vlogging. You attach one of the quick releases to a tripod of some sort.
There we go. It's probably as big as it can be. Vlogging. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that.
To the GoPro.
Potential use case for this is doing vlogging. You attach one of the quick releases to a tripod of some sort. Next up is the clamp mount. This is a pretty standard setup. Ball heads inside.
There we go. And it's under a minute. Easy, right? Cool. Now at this point, I have to make a vertical video. And this specific version of the program crashes if I use picture-in-picture objects, but I don't think there are any here. So maybe I can avoid that extra hassle. Just put these down here. I don't need this. Maybe I can still put this on Amazon as well. Yeah, Do a new save. Should probably review it. Who knows? I'll try this one. Actually, I could try my script. Let's do that. Tools, script. So I've got a, where is it? This one. Switch here for a second. Saving a different project name. I guess I can show this. Vert. There we go. At this point, I'm gonna do something like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I can adjust the framing. I think the camera is a bit out of focus there. Here I can do a little zoom in. Vlogging. I haven't done any vlogging in quite a while. Well, I guess that's fine. Actually, yeah, it's fine. This one I can jump in even further. Nice little zoom in. Happy little zoom in. On them, so they should be very, very affixed once they're clamped down. The clamp materials are all metals of some sort, so it feels high quality, great for my hand. I don't know if that's the best clip ever. It's like, okay, maybe that's a little bit better. Clamping so hard right now. I'm surprised how decent this came out, including all of the different stuff in it. Okay, this one. So next up is this bag. I don't know, I kind of want to include my face in there at least once. What I can do. Break the fourth wall. Whoops, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Go like this, and then go like this. Whoops. There we go. And then this one. Go like this, and then add a blur. Gaussian blur. Yeah, that's fun. Crossbody. Today I've got Bigelow Oolong and I love lemon vitamin C in this. I mean, it's kind of tough with this one. Can maybe move this over a little bit. Clamping. How to fill things without my hands blocking half of it. I should have, like, held it like that. Although technically, the vast majority of this stuff was done on a live stream, so I wasn't, like, super focused on filming. angles and stuff like that. I don't usually see my back. That's kind of interesting to look at. Very bony, I guess. The weird thing is when you see yourself, like, man, I feel like reasonably strong and stuff, and then I look at footage of myself. It's like I look like a stick figure, but when I like look at my arms from this perspective, it doesn't feel like that. I don't even like black socks, but I have like a few sets of them that I wear most of the time because they were the only ones that I could find in the comfortable like type. And those things pilled, or like for a long time they released buzz and stuff. But I prefer gray socks. The problem is the gray socks, at least ones you can buy locally, from what I can tell, they've got this weird, they're trying to enhance, a lot of the companies are trying to enhance them, and they add this like tightening elastic in the middle of your foot area, and to me it's uncomfortable. I don't like it. And also some of the other ones that I bought, like I think it's Dickies brand, they're just too small for me of the size range, because you can get two sizes in the United States, and one of them is like 7 to 12, and then the other one's like 13 plus or whatever, and my foot size is like an 11, or at least the shoes that I buy that are comfortable are an 11. So I had the last 2 pair of gray socks that I bought. The Dickies ones are just sitting because I don't really want to wear them much. But I think over time, if I were to like rewash them a bunch, they might eventually get comfortable. But for now, they feel too tight to me. I don't like tight socks. Tight socks are uncomfortable to me. And then the ones before that, I tried the ones with the elastic midsection, and those are just not pleasant. I do use some tighter socks to do Dance Dance Revolution stuff, but I want more grip and I want a tight fit for that specifically, because I'm not wearing shoes. I'm just putting it in socks on a soft pads. So I don't want to slip and, face plant or something into a cement floor. That would not be good. But besides like situational things like that, I prefer looser, comfortable socks. And I found that the Hanes ones, at least from the past, they used to be the best mix of elasticity just in general, where they were more elastic and more pleasant to wear in the normal size. But they do have a larger size, which I haven't tried. I could, but I feel like they're going to be super loose. I don't know. But I wish that gray socks were more easily accessible and just like a standard type in a size that felt good. But sadly, gray socks have been harder to find. So you got black and you have white. I hate white socks. It's just stupid to me to buy white socks. because they're going to look like nasty. I mean, in reality, all of them will be of the same, cleanliness, but the white ones just look terrible after a while. Unless you bleach them constantly or something, but I mean, who wants to mess with bleach? I don't.
Clamp. I
We
did
tried this out with a few small cameras as well as a Polaroid Go film camera with the padding out of.
No, I didn't even show that. This looks better than I see here. Well, whoops, let me get this in frame. Camera time. Well, I guess it's fine. Boop. I don't know if I need the twirl.
clamp. I did try this out with a few small cameras as well as a Polaroid Go film camera with the.
Yeah, it's fine. There we go. Okay, maybe I can not use this one. I mean, that's probably the better. So easy. I didn't really show all the other areas. So we got that. We got this. We got that. I'm looking forward to actually trying this out in a photography thing. It's a neat little bag. Although I don't think I'm going to use a camera that's super expensive. Because I need to make sure that the quick release is legit. But I could also add like a little thing to make sure it doesn't unlock accidentally. I mean, it seems well designed, but still, it's a quick release. All right. Yeah, that's really big. we'll see how this works. I don't need that. What is this? No, I want that. The joys of video editing. It's like Legos, but not. There's going to be probably abrupt film camera.
With the padding out of there, it's easier to fit stuff, but you can still fit a GoPro or whatever. Overall, I really like this bag. It's a nice size.
Highly information dense. Bloop. Cool. And it's under a minute. Amazing. Got that. So I think for YouTube. For the Amazon one, I can't put overlays or anything. So maybe I'll just render that out. I've switched back to the original H.264 because of a video. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I haven't tested it for myself. But Gerald Undone, he does YouTube stuff, like more technical, and he did a bunch of testing on different encoding formats and seeing the quality that you get, especially after it's been uploaded to YouTube. And he found that the older format tends to look better once it's uploaded on there, because obviously they're doing stuff to it compared to the HEVC and AV1 encoding. It makes sense because those two formats can be higher quality, but they're more processed and more compressed and more like algorithmically meant to be more efficient. So converting that back into whatever they do and such, I'm just like trying to summarize all of it. That's just kind of what he seemed to think, that the older format is generally better for uploading, like in those situations. But I could be kind of wrong in how I'm describing it, or like all of his results and such. Let's see. This one. Switch to face cam. There we go. That's good. Get my phone. All right. I should review this. Let me do this off screen. I do it in the editor because I can do it at high speed. Yeah, it seems fine. All right. So that was the... Do I want to add overlays? They have to be in the back. Because obviously there's no links. It can be in the description, but on TikTok and Instagram, obviously no links work. So putting it on in the video itself is okay-ish, but obviously that's going to be embedded forever into it. I'm not going to bother with overlays. I also need a thumbnail. And that looks kind of not ideal. Well, shoot. Actually, I just don't like this in general. Maybe I'll redo that. Whoops. Because the one box is not even... Yeah, I think I'm going to re-render that. At the very least. Just kind of get it all in there. Yeah, that's better. But still, it's... I wish there were more vertical space. So I can't really deal with that because then it would... Obviously, I can do this thing. Just have bars. This is the type of things you don't necessarily think about when filming. To have enough empty space around it for different formats. It's probably good. So there's a little bit of movement.
Company Start RC sent me.
I mean, it's so short.
Company Start RC sent me equipment to try out.
Well, I think it's better than it was. Let me re-render that out. Render. Yes. All right. Amazon. This one. Oh, actually. Need some additional information as well. On Amazon specifically, you have to link products. Otherwise, you can't put a video on there. Which makes sense. There we go. Got that, got that. Got the video. I thought I had a bunch of extra time today because I started this earlier, but I'm already burning through it. Man, I'll be like, yeah, I'll do more than just that. And here we are. All right, I need the thumbnail. I guess this works. Like that. So my tools of choice are BorisFX Vegas Pro for the video editor. It has a lot of quirks, and I haven't used the newer versions. I'm using 21. And there's 22 and there's 23 now. 23 is a pretty large change. But I'm considering that one. I just want to wait to let the other people beta test. But the main reason I've stuck with this editor, besides liking the interface generally, is that I can do scripting, which I've shown 10 billion times, but I'll show it again. So these are scripts that I've made. This is written in Visual Studio, which is the software development application. It's free. It's on Windows, of course. It does a multitude of things. You can program in a bunch of different things, but I do C# language programming, and that's .NET framework, which is like an additional thing to it with a bunch of functionality that Microsoft has made. But there's also like open source version of it now. I don't know the differences of naming and stuff, but it's basically like a framework. That's why it's called the .NET framework for programming. And C# is the main language. And then you can make a DLL, a class library that works with Vegas Pro, and it runs that, and it links up with all of the functionality of the video editor. So I can do a bunch of stuff or whatever I imagine, basically. So I've got something to separate clips, crossfade things, bunch of stuff that I haven't used much lately. This one is my auto clipping feature. So when I try to make a highlight video, I use the AI to suggest clips for me. And this is where I take those time codes, paste them in here, and it clips the video for me. And this one down here is related to making website articles based on my videos. That also takes time codes that I use from the Gemini Pro. Remove silence. I didn't write the back end of this too much, but it's basically helps with long videos and removing portions that I'm not talking in them. So it's kind of like a nice little, it's not perfect by any means, but it's a nice starter a lot of the time. And then this place photos thing is for a specific format that I've done with videos where I have a GoPro and I'm doing photography at a convention or something. And I can use these tools to help me place photos on the timeline based on GoPro footage, like the time date information of the video footage plus the time date information of the photos that's inside of each photo. And then this one also pulls information from the photos and makes a text overlay on the timeline for each photo that's selected. So that's a humongous time saver, this one. And then I have a bunch of other stuff here. Yeah. So that's kind of that's so much functionality even just now, where I would like to obviously add more in the future. But even just that is big. So I know there's DaVinci Resolve, and it does have some sort of scripting language. I don't know how featured it is or how functional it is interfacing with the editor, but I could eventually look into that. Obviously, DaVinci Resolve has more support in like a larger dev team or something, and they're just generally probably a bit better. But when I had used that program, it just didn't feel amazing to me to use in practice. So that, and then this Affinity Photo is my Photoshop alternative. This is pay as you go type of thing. So I'm going to, and ACDC Photo Studio Ultimate. So I have 2025 on here. I put 2026 on a computer back here. Then I'm running a scan of my entire photo video archive at the moment. And that's going to be a future video. It's been working so far, and it's been running multiple days at this point, because I've got a lot of stuff in there. I'm going to just move that little line. I could kind of blur out this edge. Let me see. I don't think it's gonna look good, but well, nah, it just looks worse. This is good enough. So in here, I've got a macro somewhere. Here it is. So it converts it into a shape that works for Amazon. And I can just save that and export it, which I will do right now. Save as this. I guess I could show this. Doesn't really matter. I swap just in case it jumps to some random folder I don't want to show off on stream. Not that I have anything especially. I just like a business thing with tax documents or something. I don't want to obviously flash anything like that. vertical. So that's the built-in format, and then I can export. So that looks good. JPEG 1920 by 1080. Yeah, so that's a situation where it could have hurt me if it jumped to a different folder. Some awkward thing. I think in the future it would be nice to just have a stream computer, but even then you're still logging into things and using things and accessing things to make that functional. So that would probably be better though in general. You could make multiple Windows accounts, which I've considered, but I'm not sure there's like a huge benefit to going through the hassle of that. Anyways. So what I'm going to do off screen here is upload that vertical short to Amazon's platform. If you have a quote unquote influencer account on Amazon, it's kind of separate. So you can be an affiliate, which is like the first tier, but then you have a second tier, which is the influencer stuff. So they give you a page on Amazon where if you link that page, which I have it linked on a bunch of social media, you could potentially get affiliate commissions when people look at that stuff. I have mostly videos on there, but you can do pictures and other things. And make lists of stuff, which I should probably do more lists of stuff. Anyways, that's what that is, and I'm uploading a video on that. So if people watch a fair portion, I don't know how much. If they watch something and then they buy something, it doesn't have to be the thing. It can be something in the same category. So if it's a camera mount, let's say they don't buy the one that I show, but then they buy another camera mount within some time frame. I don't know what the time frame is. Then I would potentially get a commission from that, assuming they didn't watch someone else's video after mine. So that's kind of how it works. I could probably show a little tiny bit of this. Whatever. I don't think it's worth showing. There's not much to it. You basically upload the video and then you link specific products. And then you can add a thumbnail. So I'm going to replace the thumbnail. With the one that I made. And then I'm going to link the different stuff real quick here. And then after that, I had thought I was going to start the website article, but I'm not even done with this yet. So I'll be making the YouTube short version. Also the Instagram and TikTok versions. There's one. Oh, it's magnetic. I didn't even notice that. I have anything metal? I don't even know. So I think these mounts have a magnetic back to them, and I didn't even notice. Oh well. One of them. Oh well. There we go. That's done. So now I can do the YouTube short version, maybe. Yeah. Actually, I can use this one for Instagram and TikTok because I'm not going to add any overlays to it, which I had considered, but they're embedded forever into the video, so probably better just to not add overlays of text and stuff. You know, like, go look at XYZ. But if they ever change their website or something, or they or my affiliate links change, I mean, I could do an overlay of just my YouTube channel. Go look up at my YouTube channel. But I don't think it's worth the effort. So I need to copy that over to my phone. I do TikTok and Instagram stuff on my phone. You can technically do uploads from browsers on the computer, but I feel like it just doesn't work as well. There we go. I gave my last phone to a family member, so I've just got the one phone that's recent. But it would be nice at some point to have a phone just for the content creation stuff again. And then I could potentially do on-screen stuff for that. Of, you know, uploading and doing stuff on there. And then pushing the video feed of it to the screen of a stream. But at this point, I'm not going to bother with my main phone. Because I could get like a message or something showing up. That would be super awkward. Not a good idea. So that's good. Get shareable link. Oh no, that's not. Don't need that. What am I doing? So with the phone, I usually have an online document thing that I've got some text that I'll copy paste. I don't need a thumbnail for those platforms because you make that in the app based on the video footage. So I think I'll just do those two first, and then I'll do the YouTube short. So in this case, I'm just writing up a description. I could link their website or the product, but it's just, they will be non-functional links. People could copy paste them potentially if they really wanted to. Adding a disclaimer. These products were sent to me at no cost, but they had to agree to my product demo terms that prevent them from having any say in the content of the video, and they were not allowed to see the video before posting it. Let's see. I could link the products with Amazon links. That's nice. Oops. 14 views on the main video so far. Painful. I will admit I didn't market it amazingly well with the titles. With how human nature is and psychology, you know, making a grandiose, hey, this thing's going to change your life, probably would work better. But I'd kind of hate that. So Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'll show it in a second. I don't know if I should show his comment, but yeah, I posted this recently. This is my larger YouTube channel. I have 99% not subscribed, 1% subscribed. So that's cool. Even like 10% of those people, I don't know what. I think I've been getting like 1 million per year of viewership, which I mean in reality is not great, but it's more than zero, right? So even if a percentage of them in 1 year decided to follow the channel, that would make a pretty big difference in just the look and the viability of, like, from an advertiser perspective type thing. Yeah. 10%, 100,000. That would be nice. I'm seeing a bunch of comments that I don't think I've responded to. Interesting. I wonder if YouTube fixed something that weird. Okay, I totally forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? Doing the TikTok, Instagram version? All right. Oh, okay. Now I know. I was potentially going to link each product and just put it in the description of those videos, but it's not going to like help people much. I guess I could do something here, though I'm not sure what the limit of text is on those platforms. We'll see. It's probably good enough. I'm just gonna sit here and tap on my phone while I stream it. And then I take my glasses off, because it's so much easier to look at stuff up close for me without glasses on. Oldage. I think here. Did I copy over that file? I think I did. That's in. Okay. Yeah, how's the weather today? Is it still working? Don't need that. copying the text that I made in an online document thing. I'm going to copy paste that into the descriptions or text areas of TikTok and Instagram. Start with Instagram. Doobly doo. A lot of names I haven't seen on that. Upload. Reel. This thing. I will say Instagram's, oh shoot. It's fun to go through their music selection. This one's good. You know, we got music on that. Probably sounds weird. I don't know if my brain, I don't know if it picks up on the microphone with noise reduction on. Okay. On Instagram, you have to unmute the main track and then go and adjust the levels of whatever music you add to it. Oops, looks weird. Volume. I do 33% because I'm relatively consistent with my voice volume in my videos. So that should be good. I paste in the texts that I made. And in this case, the company might exist on here. So I see three different versions of their Starter C Global. And there's the VCR one. I need to, whoops, didn't want to do that. See which one it could potentially be.
I do it on here because it's hard to see things on the phone once you search. 215 followers. I will just tag both of their accounts. It's probably this one though. Good enough. All right. That's good. This one. Add tag. Oh. Maybe I can. This one. Whoops. Misspelled it. All right. Edit cover. It's probably good. And just review it once it finishes uploading. What?
RC sent me equipment to try out quick release action camera mounts. The buttons are metal on the inside. The two fins have metal pieces with rubber, and then there are actual pins in there that lock into the GoPro. Potential use case for this is doing vlogging. Attach one of the quick releases to a tripod of some sort. Next up is the clamp mount. This is a pretty standard setup. Ball heads inside there have knurling on them, so they should be very, very affixed, so clamped down. The clamp materials are all metals of some sort, so it feels high quality, great for videography uses, photography, attaching to tables, attaching to bars. Next up is this bag. Probably one of the more interesting things about this bag is the quick release. It is magnetic.
All right. Next. Let's do TikTok. Make sure I'm in the right account. Yep. Cool. Select the video. Add some music.
Very good. So they should be very, very fixed once they're clamped down. The clamp materials are all metals of some sort, so it feels high quality, great for video use, photography, attaching to tables, attaching to stuff that's bad. Okay. Cool. I don't think I can tag people in TikTok anymore. Or rather, tag accounts. There is an @ symbol. I could try the mention thing. They do have a account. I'll just do that, I guess. Yeah, that was good. Upload. Release action camera mounts. The buttons are metal on the inside. The two fins have metal pieces with rubber, and then there are actual pins. All right. I have 6 minutes. So those are good. For my usual in stream time, let's see if we could do the YouTube video relatively quickly here. Yeah, I did think that I would be able to do more in this amount of time, but clearly not. Man. Let's go here. Let's go to actually it might be in here. Yeah. I usually use this track. This is a YouTube audio library track. I don't do a ton with music, which is probably one of my downfalls with the watchability of my videos. But I tend to just add a track to it. Let's do -28. And I'm going to save this as a different file. Project file. All right. Yeah, so it's just got music on it. YouTube in their shorts thing can do music, but it's got weird licensing. So I prefer just to use YouTube audio library music. So that's good. Different file name. Render that out. I'll just verify it quickly and then upload it. In this case, I used their browser on a computer. Make sure it worked.
Company Start RC sent me equipment to try out. Quick release.
It seems fun. All right. Here I need a slightly different description. There's no point putting links into the YouTube short. You can link products through their product linking feature, but I don't know if those exist in there. Also, to change the thumbnail in the YouTube Shorts, you have to go into the standard mobile app, not the creator mobile app. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So that's cool. But at the very least, I can link. I can link the original video in the short. Oops, I need tags. That's good. That's good. So I'm just filling out the information on YouTube for all that stuff. I don't really want to show it to this channel. Sometimes I have beta features on it. Although I don't think I'm currently doing any stuff, but you never know. Let me see if their products exist anywhere. Well, they do. I don't see the specific thing though. Nope. YouTube does not have Amazon on their affiliate thing, which is irritating, but it's fine. Okay, this looks good. I'm 2 minutes over my usual. So I'd like the original video. Oh, I need to do captions. So what I do with caption data is I let it auto-generate the subtitles, and then I put it into ChatGPT to fix it up based on a prompt that I made. And it does a decent job making them more correct, and then I go over them. I don't think I have an overlay to show this on screen. That's why I label this stuff co-working, because it's just me doing stuff on a stream. At the very least, people can get an idea of how I approach things if they want to watch it. Up to you. So for example, the YouTube auto captions called the company name Starch RC with a space. That's obviously not the same thing. But I mean, I have to manually correct that one. All right. Getting there, getting there. Doing that. Pasting in the corrected captions.
Companies start.
Oops, that was weird.
RCs
Can increase this to 1.25x.
sent me equipment to try out quick release action camera mounts. The buttons are metal on the inside. The two fins have metal pieces with rubber, and then there are actual pins in there that lock into the GoPro. Potential use case for this is doing vlogging. You attach one of the quick releases to a tripod of some sort. Next up is the clamp mount. This is a pretty standard setup. Ball heads inside there have knurling on them, so they should be very, very affixed once they're clamped down. The clamp materials are all metals of some sort, so it feels high quality. Great for videography uses, photography, attaching to tables, attaching to bars. Next up is this bag. Probably one of the more interesting things about this bag is the quick release. It is magnetic, so it's very easy to reclamp. I did try this out with a few small cameras as well as a Polaroid Go film camera. With the padding out of there, it's easier to fit stuff, but you can still fit a GoPro or whatever. Overall, I really like this bag. It's a nice size and it's functional. The build materials feel good. Company start.
Cool. There's that. All right. I think that one's good to post. Hopefully this helps out the main video. Done. see how long that's took. I've been streaming almost 2 hours, so it took me 2 hours to make the vertical video and post it on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Yeah. So that's cool. I'm gonna head out. Relatively productive. Peace.